So Connor, Barnsley back to winning ways then in the South Yorkshire derby, in the EFL Cup. You must be pleased with that reaction.
Yeah, delighted. Really pleased, obviously, off the back of the weekend, the loss. I made a big point to the lads before the game about, good squads and good teams don't lose two in a row. Obviously, as well at halftime, we were one down. So we changed a couple of things. And I really, really enjoyed the second half performance. Really enjoyed what I watched. Really enjoyed our intensity with and without the ball. Some of the passages of play I thought were really, really good and slick. And we could have had a couple more in the end as well. So, first half, yeah, a little bit frustrating, but, the reaction in the second to turn the result around was really pleasing.
You just mentioned that quote that you said at the weekend there. I wanted to ask you about that. You did say that good teams don't go on and lose two games on the bounce, and they've responded brilliantly to that. And you must be really happy that you've sort of challenged the squad to deal with that, and they've done just that.
Yeah, brilliant. Like I said, I'm a firm believer that, can we turn around the kind of the poor result on Saturday as quick as we can, whether it's cup, whether it's whatever, trophy or whatever league game, let's flip it on its head straight away and get a positive feel back into the squad as much as possible. So, I said that to the lads pre-game and at half-time, and I'm really proud with their second half performance. Like I said, I thought we played some really nice stuff. The subs made a big difference as well, in terms of Phil always running forward, Nate, how he handles the ball, and I thought we defended quite well, and our reactions and our just kind of intensity just cranked up a couple of levels with him without the ball, which was pleasing.
Yeah, absolutely echo that. It really seemed in that second half that Barnsley just seemed too much for the opposition. It was relentless at times, and that turnaround just seemed a matter of minutes, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think look, we played some nice stuff, and when we play like that, we're a free flowing side. Another game where we score a couple of goals. Something that we always have in our team. And I thought we were really, really good to watch in the second half. And that has been the case in the majority of the games so far this season. Yeah, not so much obviously at the weekend, but, asked the lads for a big reaction and a big performance tonight. And they certainly did that in the second half at least.
What do you say at half-time to the players? Because that's a number of times now already this season that we've seen the Reds come out in the second 45 minutes, look rejuvenated, full of energy. And, the tactical changes as well at half-time had a massive impact. So I've mentioned this before. I know you'll not want to take the credit, but whatever it is you're doing and your coaching staff are doing at half-time, it's clearly making a big impact.
Yeah, I think there's been a couple of times where I let the lads know with a bit of volume and a bit of aggression. Tonight was a bit more calm. I felt like the lads just needed a little bit of calmness, a couple of subs, a lot of information to take on, and where we're going to, try and hurt the opposition, or where we're going to get the ball to. Obviously the subs have to know their jobs as well and their roles and how the team's going to shape up. So tonight was about having that little bit more calm approach at half time. I think if you go, mad all the time, it loses its touch. So, it was really more clear plan, clear clarity, and believing in the changes and the believing in the lads' second half, and they carried that on, which I'm really proud of them for.
Rotherham actually started the game pretty well, had a couple of chances, but from around about that midway point inside the first half, they did very little to threaten the Barnsley goal, to be fair, and that's a massive credit to the team and how they controlled the game from then on, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. I felt really calm in the second half towards the performance. I just felt like when we got the goal, we'd go on and create more chances and create that momentum going into the Ponty end as well, which is great. Obviously turning another result on its head at home is pleasing. Burton and now tonight. So yeah, look, I think overall another pleasing result and performance, and getting that winning feeling back into the squad and into the club ASAP is something that I'm proud of the lads for as well.
You saw the reaction in the stands from the Barnsley fans, from an increased crowd for this second round of the EFL Cup. These games, they are really important, aren't they? I know there's a big focus on the league and how well Barnsley do, but you want to be winning these games and getting as far as possible.
Yeah, you want to be winning as many games as you can, without a doubt. Yorkshire Derby as well adds that little bit more spice to it. It's going to be the same at the weekend. So yeah, look, whatever trophy we're in or whatever league games we're in, I want to win, and the staff want to win, and the players want to win, and we were all hurting Saturday. And like I said, to turn it around in a short space of time, there's been a lot of games, and our squad's not the biggest. So I'm really happy with the lads and how they performed, particularly in the second half. And now one big huge effort heading towards the weekend against Huddersfield before obviously our international break comes along.
Yeah, and as you say, just finally, Huddersfield at the weekend. It's another Yorkshire derby. It's another big game as well, of course. Hopefully we can take that confidence from tonight into the weekend.
Yeah, no, the lads are in a really good place. We've only lost one game so far this season, and the lads are, giving me everything. All about recovery now, physically and mentally. And like I said, that one big last push now this Saturday before the lads have a couple of days off. I know Oakwell will be bouncing, Yorkshire Derby, big following from Huddersfield, big following from us, and one we're really looking forward to.